Oh yeah. I thought I'd throw that in there. What's happening, people? Welcome back to another thing of ICA. Yes, that's right, ICA. Igor's Cable Access. Now, the reason that was thrown in there is a reason. But I'm going to say something first. You know it. I need one like, and I need one subscriber. And it could be you, or it could be anybody. Or it could be nobody. Or it could be me just subscribing on some other account that I make up. But as long as it's somebody, and there's one, then we're doing good. Now, back to the video. Oh yeah, Star Trek. This episode's about the lost, never found episode of Star Trek. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, we've already seen that one. Yeah, no, you ain't seen this one. This is the super lost, never gonna be found again. Nobody even has a clue what happened to it. I mean, nobody. I mean, not archaeologists, paleontologists, scientists, nobody. It was like episode 20-something. They had this cut it out and go on because it got lost. It was in the second season, and it's the best episode they ever made. And it's a shame that it was the one that had to get lost. And I'm talking about Where is Spocks Balls? That's right. That is the episode that never, ever really got, the light of day. Where is Spocks Balls is a very, very good one. Now, I mean, you're probably saying, well, then how did you see this? I know people that know how to use the internet. Anyways, Where is Spocks Balls is a very good Star Trek, episode. It's got everything from action to, space stuff, beaming, laser guns. There ain't no lightsabers. But anyways, in this episode, this thing comes on the Enterprise. It's kind of like this little red monster looking thing. And it just goes in like Spock's sleeping room and just takes these balls in the middle of the night. Okay, and people are like, they realize they're gone. And everybody's freaking out but Spock. Because he's Vulcan and he don't want to show no emotion. But everybody's worried about Spock's balls, and they're freaking out, and nobody knows, what happened. Kirk steps up. Kirk always looks out for Spock. Like in part 3, when he lands on that planet, and something happens, and he grows up real quick, and, he saves him from the Klingons, and, I don't know, there's other ones. But anyways, everybody's freaking out. And this thing gets away with them and goes to this planet down below. Well, somehow, some way, they figure it out. And of course, Kirk goes down there and gets them. I mean, Spock is going to go down there, but he ain't got no balls. He don't know what he's going to do, and he's just kind of sitting there trying to make things logic, like they do, and don't really know what to make of it. But Kirk goes down there all by himself, and he fights these monsters and these things, and there's these things that look like they're from, like Masters of the Universe. And there's this war going on down there. And Kurt looks over, beside this big throne, this mean-looking red thing sitting there with big teeth and stuff. And, down below him is this little box. And in it is Spocks Balls. Well, he starts fighting them, trying to get to them. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes these Klingons. Somehow, some way, they get involved. Well, when they get involved, they come down to the planet and they're like, how they are, and they're trying to they find out about Spocks Balls and they want them too. And now Kirk's having to deal with them, and now he's stuck down there, and they're going to use the transporter beam to just get him out of there and just leave Spocks Balls, but the transporter's messed up, and Scotty can't get it fixed. Kirk's in a lot of trouble. Well, all this goes on, and out of nowhere, here comes Darth Vader. Yeah, man, Darth Vader comes down there, everybody's wanting Spock's balls. And Darth Vader's trying to reach out, but he just realizes that, the Force don't work in the Star Trek world. So that's a problem. So Darth Vader ain't got much but his stormtroopers, and, this big war happening. And Kirk's sitting there fighting, Darth Vader and stormtroopers and Klingons and, just all these things are just coming out, man. Next thing you know, the whole planet's surrounded by spaceships and Battlestar Galactica and Deep Space Nine and Buck Rogers and the Predator's up there flying around that thing that he does. Then the alien comes up there. You know, everybody's wanting this, and then all of a sudden, Kirk just kind of gets around everything. The transporter beam starts working again, and he reaches down and gets that box that's got Spocks Balls in it, and they beam him up. That's right. They beam him up, and he gets away from everybody. And then you see him running through the ship. He's holding that box. You know, he's all beat up, and, you know, his uniform's like ripped off, and he runs up, and he's like sitting there screaming, "Scotty, get us out of here, warp speed." And they take off, and next thing you know, the ship just goes boom, like that, and Kirk wasn't ready for it. So he goes backwards, and the box flies out of his hands, and he goes flipping down this thing. Man, this episode just keeps getting better. And he goes flipping down this little thing right here, and like it falls down this thing, and Scotty, you know, he's like just got everything fixed in there, and it falls and it hits something, it just tears everything up, and all the lights in the whole ship go out. Everybody's like in the dark. So they're walking around with like flashlights and lighters, and you know, all because this box fell down and fell down, like destroyed this like massive transforming generator. Well, they finally identify the problem. You know, they're out looking for it, but Kurt's, you know, he's tired of looking for it. You know, he's got somebody else down there looking where this thing fell because he's over there hitting on a hurrah. You know, he's got everything on his mind, you know, and well, finally they get it, and it's all revealed, and power comes back on. Everybody like, yay, you know. Kirk was about to second base, lights come back on and everything. Well, by that time they bring it up there, and they look at it, and they open it up, and Spock's really grateful. You know, he doesn't like want to show emotion because he's a Vulcan, and when a vegan shows emotion like that, it kind of crimps their style. And anyways, open up the box, and there it is. Spock got his balls back after all that. Now, you're probably thinking, you know, this episode ain't real. Man, you just got to look for this stuff. It's out there, man. I mean, if you know somebody, and I'm not talking about the dark web or, you know, there ain't no dark web, baby. But it's just like, you know, people that can look like really deep into the internet and have access to old, you know, lost media. That's how you get it. And, you know, I'm one of the very few people in the entire galaxy that's ever seen it, all except for the people that made it. And maybe Kirk and Luke and people like that. And, oh yeah, anyways, you know, when it's all over, Spock's sitting there holding these balls in his hand. You know, he's happy, and so is everybody else, because this is something that you really do not want to lose. And I mean, I'm glad he found them, because these were one of a kind, okay? They were like some kind of authentic, you know, league baseball things. And one of them, I know, was signed by Jose Canseco, and the other one was signed by Pete Rose. And that right there was Spocks Balls. Because secretly, Spock had a thing about baseball. And, you know, they could have got the glove that was signed by, like, Babe Ruth or somebody. Or they could have got the bat, you know, that was, like, signed by Mark McGuire or somebody like that. Or, you know, they could have even, you know, got the cleats, you know, like he had. He had some kind of, well, these ain't cleats, I'm just saying. He had some kind of, like, really, really special, cool cleats, you know, that were signed by, like, I don't know, Bruce Springsteen or somebody. John Mellencamp, I don't know. One of them baseball players. But, you know, they chose the balls. I mean, what were they going to do with these things? Why did these, you know, aliens need his balls? Were they into baseball? I don't know. Anyways, there you go. If you ever see it, let me know. Where is Spock's balls? Or was it called Who Got Spock's Balls? I think it was called Where's Spock? No. Where? I can't, you know, I don't know, okay? Where, yeah, I don't know if it has Spock's balls in it. Where, who, something like that. If you ever look it up and find it, let me know. It was in the second season somewhere, and, you know, like I said, they cut out, you know, they had to make up for it, but it was like totally turned around Star Trek and made, like, you know, sports collectors out of them, I guess. I mean, we're talking like autographed Sports Illustrateds. You know, these people might be like in deep space, but I'm sure they got hobbies too, man. Even Spock. Even that little thing he does right here where he goes, peace, or live long in peace, or whatever. I don't know what that is, man, but it's something I've seen on Star Trek. I think, well, I can do it with the other hand too. That's pretty cool, ain't it? I've seen a couple people that couldn't do it. They sit there and they do this and they fight with it, you know, but if you're really cool, you can do that. And anyways, like I said, 1 like, 1 subscriber. And here on ICA, we're going to be looking at some more stuff, some more lost things that, you know, you didn't know you needed to know until you heard it. That's the way a lot of things are on here. You know, you're like, I didn't know that. And then after you've seen it, you're like, wow. Even people that don't like Star Trek are going to be out there trying to find that episode about who, where, or whatever about Spocks Balls. Anyways, until next time, this is Igor. And where's the next video? It's coming soon. And remember, Spocks Balls, where, who got, whatever. You know, I kind of just, here on this show, we're unedited and never rehearsed. And half the time, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Right? Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm talking about half the time. But with the good people that I don't have, that don't help out, and you know, that I don't have to pay, I save a lot of money. So that's awesome. Until next time, it's Igor. I'm out, baby. That's right. Live long in peace, baby.